Has Tank Davis actually lost his passion, or is there more to the situation than meets the eye? Tank's recent performance against Lamont Roach has sparked much debate, with many asking whether the fighter still has the desire to dominate the sport. Critics say it's the end of an era, with some arguing Tank's charisma and ability to outperform others in the ring have waned. Floyd Mayweather, his old coach, has gone so far as to claim that Tank has lost his edge and is no longer the fighter he once was. But here's the question. Is this just one nasty fight, or is there anything more going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing? Tank Davis did not perform well against Roach. Sure, he won, but many boxing fans and pundits felt he no longer resembled the explosive knockout artist he once was. In fact, Davis's performance was so lackluster that many questioned whether he was still the same boxer who had taken the boxing world by storm. Many fans concluded that Roach, a lesser-known fighter, had pushed Davis further than expected, sparking speculation about Tank's future. Some wondered if his time at the top had ended. Davis's lack of production during the fight didn't help his cause either. He was frequently depending on a single powerful blow rather than demonstrating the polished technique he is known for. Many were left wondering where Tank's fire had gone. The criticism did not stop with the battle itself. Floyd Mayweather, Davis's former trainer and mentor, commented on Tank's performance, suggesting that his bout against Roach shown that Tank had lost his hunger for the sport. Mayweather claimed that Davis had become too comfortable and that the fight was simply another easy battle for him. This comment from Mayweather stung, especially because he had played such an important role in Tank's career. But is there more to this story than just an experienced boxer showing his protégé some rough love? Davis has openly declared that Floyd Mayweather never wanted any fighter to surpass him. In an interview, Tank revealed that Mayweather had always stated unequivocally that he did not want anyone to be better than him, indicating a deeper, more personal rift between the two. When your mentor is also one of the best boxers of all time, there will undoubtedly be a competitive atmosphere. However, may that competitiveness have evolved into jealousy and hatred over time? Davis's comments regarding Mayweather appear to indicate that there is a lot of hidden hostility between the two. In fact, Floyd has been accused of holding Tank back, preventing him from gaining too much popularity and fortune. This is a recurring issue in mentor-protégé relationships, in which one party may feel threatened by the other's developing status. Mayweather has always been concerned about legacy and brand protection, and Davis's success made it even more difficult for him to do so. The question is whether this influenced Tank's development as a fighter. Did Mayweather's desire to preserve his legacy mean Davis didn't get the best opportunities to establish himself? Tank's decision to finally leave Mayweather Promotions may have been his means of showing his independence and gaining control of his own career. However, the media and fans swiftly condemned this action as disrespectful, accusing him of being unfaithful to the man who helped build his career. This answer exemplifies boxing's double standard. When Floyd quit Bob Arum's promotion, it was hailed as a daring decision, but when Tank followed suit, it was viewed as a betrayal. However, it is more than just the mentorship connection. There are numerous other criticisms of Davis's career. For example, former world champion boxer Paulie Malignaggi has spoken out about Tank's influence on the sport. Malignaggi accused Davis of hurting boxing, citing a pattern of uncompetitive fights in which Davis confronts lesser-known opponents in pay-per-view events designed to generate revenue rather than competing against the sport's top talent. Malignaggi claims that Tank is making boxing about financial gain rather than the sport's integrity. It's an argument that points to a broader issue in the sport, in which fighters are frequently viewed as goods to be marketed rather than sportsmen aiming for greatness. The battle against Roach, albeit a victory, did little to calm those detractors. If anything, it exacerbated their concerns about Tank's future. But is Tank Davis truly hurting the sport? Perhaps it isn't so black and white. It's easy to criticize him for boxing's commercialism, yet many claim that Floyd Mayweather's impact is what has transformed boxing into a money-making machine. Mayweather, after all, was the king of pay-per-view events, and his boxing style influenced many modern-day boxers, including Davis. When you see Mayweather's level of financial success, it's difficult not to want to follow in his footsteps. So, while Tank's critics may point fingers at him for taking the easy road, it's important noting that he's only following a pre-established pattern. However, Tank's personal issues have begun to emerge in addition to his economic troubles. There is no disputing that Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis's relationship has been rocky. At times, it seemed like a love-hate relationship, with the two men frequently at differences over Davis's job choices. Adrian Broner, another boxer close to Davis, has spoken out about the toxic nature of Tank and Floyd's relationship, implying that it has taken its toll on Davis. Broner suggested that Tank may have been unsatisfied with the assistance he received, which could have influenced his performance in the ring. The burden of dealing with a strained mentor relationship may explain part of Tank's mental and emotional anguish. Davis's decision to go public with his business dealings is yet another demonstration of his independence. Tank has made it obvious that he is no longer hiding his money, which Floyd Mayweather has always kept confidential. Davis's disclosure of his income not only asserts control over his career, but also challenges the secrecy that has been a trademark of Mayweather's period. The boxer's candor seemed to be his way of reclaiming control of his own story and removing the shadows thrown by his instructor. At the same time, it's a risky move that separates him from Mayweather, marking another step on Tank's path to become his own man. Despite the incident, Tank's career still raises serious questions. Is he actually as talented as many believe, or has the media and casual boxing fans exaggerated his abilities? His previous battle with Roach exposed certain holes in his game, raising questions about his ability to compete against the sport's greatest competitors. When you look at Davis's resume, you can't help but question if his promotional team has given him a free pass, only taking up fights he's sure to win. As detractors like Terence Crawford's team have pointed out, a fighter's resume is important. If Tank Davis wants to be regarded one of the best, he must step up and compete against the best in his weight divisions. Fighters such as Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Ryan Garcia are vying for a shot at Tank, and if Davis continues to avoid these high-profile fights, he risks losing credibility in the boxing community. What's most troubling is Tank's evident unwillingness to fight the best. Davis has stated his disgust with boxing in interviews, calling it trash, and claiming that he no longer cared about titles or honors. This shift in attitude could indicate that Tank is losing interest in the sport. He's already spoken about the mental toll boxing has had on him, and his desire to get out of the ring and focus on his mental health is becoming increasingly apparent. Fans have responded positively to the thought of therapy as a means of healing and softening his approach to life and fighting. It's a sign of maturity, and possibly a realization that there's more to life than winning championships. Tank's candor about his issues may possibly help to break down the stigma around mental health in sports. Because sportsmen are frequently expected to be tough and invincible, Tank's openness to admit his flaws may inspire others to get help and focus on their own well-being. After all, when you're continuously fighting in the ring while also dealing with personal and professional pressures, it's easy to lose sight of the significance of self-care. Finally, Tank Davis is at a crossroads in his career. The pressures of fame, legacy, and personal growth are weighing heavily on him, and it remains to be seen which path he will choose. However, one thing is certain, Tank Davis is no longer just a boxer. He is a man dealing with the intricacies of his profession, mental health, and legacy. Whether he fights in the ring or takes time off to care for himself, his journey is far from over. The question now is whether he will find the peace and purpose he has been looking for, both inside and outside of the boxing ring. What are your thoughts? Is Tank Davis still hungry to become one of the greatest, or has he accomplished everything he set out to do? Please let us know in the comments below.